But don't base that on my performance, because I know the game and I can teach them how to be excited and sell tickets and make the fans happy. But I understand it now. Before, I didn't get it.
So, in case you couldn't tell, it's Sherdog.com here with the forever outspoken, the intelligent Antonio McKee.
I appreciate the word intelligence.
I think you don't get a lot of credit for your career, because you did try to push boundaries. You did fight back. You did do a lot of things that were, I guess, now seem to be kind of the norm. Like, what's it like watching this landscape?
You understand? Like, you throw a chair through a window, you tell somebody to F off, you talk about their mother, and you blow up. This is not a sport. This is entertainment. And it's slowly becoming a sport. But we're still in the entertainment industry, because when you have someone that can disrespect somebody and say some of the things that we say, that's not sport. It's entertainment. So I've always taught my guys to be very courteous, respectful, walk with pride, walk with integrity, and treat this like a job. But there's no benefits, there's no pension, there's no retirement, no medical. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I put everything I got into it so my guys can be the best. And if you look at the career winning streak of the Bodyshop, we're at a 96% win streak. All guys combined. I don't have to get credit. I don't care if I get credit. I'm doing it for the passion and the love.
So Antonio, I mean, you're speaking a lot of things here that are now making mainstream news. I mean, we see Endeavor about to go for IPO, the antitrust lawsuit going on. So tell me, man, are you happy to see some of this progress going on?
Man, you guys used to interview me. I swear I was interviewed more than anybody I know at the time, because I was the only one willing to speak against what was happening. It was modern slavery, if you ask me. It's human cockfighting. Man, I've seen it all. I was on the antitrust lawsuit, and then my son started receiving death threats, and my son said, "Dad, stop it, because I want to fight." And that's what stopped me. Other than that, I would have been up in Sacramento going hard in the paint, because there's so much wrong, but yet so much money being made. What sport do you know where the company is making 80% of the profits and the talent is only making 20 to 17%? It's the other way around. Normally, it's the company's making the 20 to 17%, and the talent makes the 80%. So this is why no one wants to push these fighters' unions that are running the show. Bellator is a little different. I think Bellator gives out 40%, which is way better than 17 and 10, 20.
All right, so now, Bellator has been home to your son for quite some time, now home to you. Are you pleased with the way the company has treated you and your son?
Well, one thing I like about Scott Coker is that he's not trying to outdo his fighters. He respects the fighters. He's for the fighters. We've had some talks about going to the UFC, and we've had some options, but I said money is not always the better way. I think loyalty, integrity, and respect, and Bellator has done nothing but respect us. We respect them, and they've been fair about everything that they've done. Now, do we want more money? Absolutely. Do I think he's worth way more than what he's getting? Absolutely. But you know what? I don't want to deal with the politics and the ignorance because somebody has an issue with my son or with me. Business is business.
So, speaking of business, you're about to go on this card alongside your son.
Yeah.
He told me that it took a little bit of coaching on his part to get Bellator interested in the idea. How much coaching did it take for you to be on board with this?
None. I'm still active as a fighter. I'm still licensed. I passed physicals. I did everything right. One of the other things that I wanted to do was I wanted to mentor the kids and let them know, when these up-and-coming fighters, you don't need steroids. You got a lot of these fighters that are shooting that shit in their veins. It's wrong. It's cheating. They should be banned from the sport. I don't care that you're suspended. Any PEDs or anything to enhance your genetic performance and make you stronger or faster, it's wrong. It's wrong to do. And so I want people to know that you can drug test me any day of the week. I'm 100% natural, and I will stay natural. And when I get my ass kicked real good, I'll stop fighting because my time's up. But as of right now, I'm going to make a statement.
Mm-hmm. Are you pushing for Bellator to have a comprehensive drug testing system like you saw it?
Absolutely. Every time, every fight, please. I think fighters that are clean would like to take a percentage of their money to help pay to test other fighters, because we know a lot of fighters in here are dirty. They're on that shit. And they know how to wean on, wean off. I mean, that really needs to be enforced, because they're young fighters and they see the money. They don't see the long-term effects of what they're doing as far as the liver, the kidney, and the things that they're doing to themselves physically, that they're damaging themselves. And when they get older, they're going to pay the price. Look at what's happened to the generation when I fought. And look at the ones who didn't do anything still in the game.
And speaking of, your generation and guys that kind of fought, not under the best health circumstances. I mean, you did coach Chuck Liddell for his ill-fated rematch against Tito Ortiz. I mean, were there any indications to you during camp that might not have been the best move for him?
I have stats. The way I train my fighters, I use the curriculum, and I have a science behind it. Chuck came in, and this is what I will say. Chuck punched 700 times. At the end of Chuck Liddell's training camp, Chuck was punching 16 to 1,500 punches. His conditioning, his car, everything had doubled. So I take a little credit as a great coach, but more importantly, his body responded to everything that I did. Now, as far as the chin, I don't know how you test the chin. That's not my thing, and I don't know, I guess the old coach said his chin was gone, and my question to him was, why didn't you come and tell me that? Why didn't you come and join us on this camp? Because I told Chuck I wouldn't coach him unless I was a head coach, because I don't agree with a lot of way these camps train and beat the shit out of him. But if probably we would have been in a camp like that, I would have seen him get hit and fall down, and maybe I would have said, hey, you know what, maybe we should take this fight.
So if he came to you again for another fight, would you accept that?
Absolutely, because he just received surgery, and the reason why he was having the issues he's having, because he had his nerves were pinched in his neck. No one saw it. So that's why it got worse and worse to where he started walking, where you could notice there was seriously something wrong. And then he made those corrections, and so he may be licensed to fight again. I don't know. I'm not into the brain business or the chin business.
All right, so now, I mean, you're 49 years old, and how are you going to avoid a similar fate?
Well, I don't take damage, first of all, and second of all, I'm not gonna stand up and play soccer robot and get hit and knocked around like that. If I get my ass knocked out, I'm done. I ain't been knocked out in 20-something years. You knock me out, I quit. I'm done. I ain't doing shit. I'm done. I'm 50 years old, and I don't need to be getting knocked out. But if you don't knock me out, your ass in trouble.
All right, so last one for me. Is it more nerve-wracking for you to step in the cage Saturday, or your son to be taking such a big move for his career?
You know what? There's no nerves. I've done this. I've got over 50 fights. This is what I've done for the last 25 years. Coach, been in the corner. It inspires me to do this, because if I lose, then my son now carries the weight. Son, I can use that as motivation in the corner if things aren't going the way they're supposed to go. If I win, it's the same motivation. Son, I won, you got to bring home the win too. So I think it's going to push him, no matter what the outcome is, it's going to push him to just do what he does. And I think we're both going to get finishes in there. I predict finishing mine in the first round, referee stoppage, and I think he's going to finish Georgie in the second round, in the second round. So that's my prediction.
All right, well, Antonio, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck to you Saturday.
Thank you for the interview, man. I love it. I love when I get to talk to, familiar people.
Yeah.
But I have to learn to stop using the words black and white. So I use those people and my people.
Yes, I feel that.
But I love that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if it's a lighter shade of brown, it's still love. I love everybody, but unfortunately, we treat it fucking up, man. And it's not fucking right. And I ain't gonna stop. I told him, I said, son, I'm sorry. If Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, all these guys that wanted to change us, it was white. It ain't about what color you are. I was white and they killed me. I was trying to do something on a global level for the fighters, and it ain't about what color. They would send me mail saying niggas like you in the day. His ancestors like your white that killed niggas like me. Because I was married to a white woman. I was 17. My son's Lebanese and Russian. I don't see fucking, but I'm feeling the oppression of it. He just got pulled over the other day for no reason. What? I said, son, don't answer no questions. Let him know. You ain't done nothing. This is crazy. We're dying when we get pulled over. We're getting killed, man, for following instructions. So, what am I supposed to think? I have to teach my son how to be pulled over, how to conduct himself, dress nice in the suit, don't be as much like this. They might think you're a gangbanger. So he's doing it right, but it just hurts me that in 2019 we're still doing this shit.
I got my first son on the way right now, so all these concerns are floating through my head. Like, when I'm gonna have to
depending on where you live, where you at, you better be careful. It's a little different when you're lighter shaded brown because so many people are light brown, but it's still where you're at, location. Just move in an area that complements you, your family. I live in Laguna Niguel. I live in Bixby, North. They call the police on us every fucking week, and we just sitting outside in front of our houses. Police pull up, I said, man, get the fuck out of here. I walk out. Ain't gone with that shit. Y'all know I live here. Don't come with me with that. I turn around and walk away. I could risk being shot in the back. But there's a point where, man, I'm tired of this shit. I'd rather die than keep living and watching the shit that goes on because we have money. We're not some poor blacks. We made it out of the ghetto. My son just bought a house in Lakewood. I live right next to it. What's going on? It's 2019. I'm being re-exposed to this shit. So, I just try to teach them the right way. But I'm the one they're going to have to deal with. Because politically, I know what's right and wrong. And I know how to talk to them. We've been making moves. I used to get on Sherdog. I used to sell Sherdog. Why y'all go do all these interviews, all these other gyms talking about how good and this and that? Y'all don't do one article on the Bodyshop. Why? Why y'all hate on me so much? Y'all don't want me to get no exposure. There was no white man. Tony Street trying to Chuck Liddell, white folks was mad. What the fuck is Chuck doing over there? Ask yourself why all the guys winning. We were the #1 winning gym back from 1990, from 2001 all the way to 2008. We had the most victims. Everybody know what I'm doing. With artists. I don't even want the damn artists. What I want is just my guys to be recognized. Joey Davis, 133-0, now he's 5-0. They want the adversity. They want the struggle. What about what we're doing now? Because we need to be the motivation for others that are not. They don't know that you can get out of conflict. They don't know that you can be the community. So when I work with the police department, I let them know, y'all training it sucks. Young black men and Mexicans and whites, low-income people, y'all need to become police officers in the community. When they see Marlon with his wave cap on, that's not a ski mask. They need to be educated, not on their people, but on my people. That's part of my culture. To wave my hair up, I put a thing on and I brush my hair and I lock in my wave. It's part of my culture. The hip hop look, that's part of my culture. I'm not a thug, I'm not a gangster, I'm sagging, but I'm not sagging for that. So they need to be aware of our culture, and I think we need to educate them.
One thing that I've always said too, like mixed martial arts in general has had a problem promoting black fighters that don't fall into some particular stereotype.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know why that is. I'll tell you why. If you go and look at an interview I did about 15, 20 years ago, I said blacks were dominating the sport. When it was all primarily white dominated sport. And then I was exposed to racism because they would call and ask me. No one knew who I was. They told me they thought I was Mexican. They said, no, we're looking for a black guy with muscles and this. What does that have? We need somebody to look good. We got this kid who's getting ready to be part of the UFC. We need to get him up. Oh, okay. I see what this is. Yeah, I got a couple. And we go out there and whoop their ass. So I understand the business concept. If you have an all-white crowd, which primarily UFC is pretty much those tickets that are being bought up front are primarily being bought by people who have money, and your fan base will be a pretty much middle-class white family and a Hispanic. Brothers don't sell tickets. They either want to see us lose, or they come to watch us lose, or we fall in the category of let them fight each other. And you see a lot of that. UFC will line them up. So will Bellator. Line them up. Brother gets all these people. But you will line us all up. And then we're underpaid in this sport. This guy will make more money because white guy versus the guy that's a 4-time NCAA champion, undefeated, never been beaten. But then this Hispanic guy will come and make more money just coming on the scene because who he's affiliated with. Because they have the UFC champ. Like, I don't put people out there because I don't want to create no animosity, but there needs to be some regulations. Put me on it. I do it because I do what's fair. I ain't gonna see color. I'm gonna see, okay, this is what's fair. Take your emotions out of it and do what's wrong. But you know, so many people are working with each other and money, and it's a cold game. It's a cold game. Worse than the music industry. People tell me all the time. You know, what do you think about it? I say it's worse than the music industry, and it's worse than the drug game. Because you would never be able to call my mother out of her name or throw a chair and cut my arm open and I receive no, you're gonna pay the price for that. You would never be able to attack my family and my religion in a sport. Who does this stuff? But yet you can be a European or an Irish dude from another country come over here and disrespect and call me monkey and call these people and say bad things about their religion and their heritage and their culture. When can we do that? I mean, that's some new stuff to me. So we need to have some rules and regulations, and it needs to be this way. It needs to be regulated because somebody's going to end up dying with this. Because I'm going to tell you, the people that I know, the mentality of the people I come from, you get to talk about my mama, I'm going to see you in the elevator. It's going to get outside. You ain't going to get away with it. It's just respect. That's it. Respect the sport, respect me, and let's move forward. You start doing some of the stuff I'm seeing in this sport, it's going to make some whiplash.